Yeah, it's your boy Gruff here, back with another video, and today I got a special video, guys, man. Today we're back with the Tournament Power Season 111 Best Teams Guide. You guys know every season they always change up the tiers of certain teams and everything like that, so I always usually try to just show you guys the best teams for that season. And basically, yeah, I'm gonna show you guys that like always. Also for this season, I'm gonna try to like add in a few more things. I usually see a lot of people asking about like star requirements, so I'm gonna try to add in a section of what I feel like certain characters thresholds in terms of stars wise that I recommend. And then also equipments. I know a few of you guys be asking me like what equipments I use. I don't really break that down, so I'm gonna definitely include that. But yeah, in terms of everything, bro, I do recommend really try to just make sure your characters are at Zenkai, the highest Zenkai level. Try to Z power them up as much as possible. Get them to friendship level 10. Try to rock the tournament power equipment. Try to get them to the max Zenkai level and get them. What else I'm missing? And try to arch boost them as possible. They all help with stats in terms of taking less damage and dealing more damage so you can survive and get the highest points possible. So yeah, that's pretty much it with this section here. Like I said, I'm gonna have two different sections before I start with my best teams in terms of each tag. So if you guys want to watch through those, it's really about equipments, and then the other one's about like the star requirements. You guys can skip ahead. And without further ado, if you guys enjoy these type of videos, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, road to 17K subs, and let's get straight into it. All right, so before we start off with the teams, I want to do a quick little section about like what's the best equipment that I like rocking. So if you guys go to the exchange shop here and then you guys go to permanent, you guys scroll down to rare metals, and you see how it has the tournament power tab there. This is basically all the tournament power equipments that we have available, and I'm gonna show you guys the ones that I like. So let's break down the first one. It's probably considered the weakest rarity out of them all, but to me, I think they're better than the silver ones. Is this one right here, this iron equipment. It basically has one slot and it's base health. Me personally, I value base health over everything because you want to survive and take less damage as possible. You want your character to survive throughout the whole fight. So getting this one that has 5% base health, even though it doesn't have two other slots, I feel like this is way valuable than all the other silver equipments because I value health over everything. So this is the one I have for every character. After that, the next best equipment, this is the number one equipment, is going to be this gold one right here, explosive class. The only requirement is that the characters need to be 7 stars or higher. So definitely notice that. So like ultra characters, you need to have 2 copies, but base health and then double offense, can't go wrong with that. Either one's going to flourish in blast or strike, and then you get base health. So those 2 are a must. And then the last equipment, it really just depends on the character's battle type. You guys know that there's 4 different battle types in Dragon Ball Legends. You have one for melee, right? Then you have one for range, then you have one for defense, and then you have one for support. So me personally, the top 3 is this equipment, and then depending on the character's battle type, you just assign one of these 2. So 2 gold equipments and then the iron equipment, so you can get up to 10 base health and then a lot of, base on whatever attack and defense that they're on. So a little quick guide there. Let's hop into the regen blast base team. All right, so for the people that be asking about like the star requirements that I suggest, this is kind of like a good list of it. I think I got all the type of units that people uses for TOPs. So I think, yeah, pretty much you're not rocking heroes. So it's going to be really EXs, LFs, ultras, and then it's gonna be Sparkins. So let's break it down. So so for old Sparkins, these are usually like the characters that's like you're probably gonna use for the Z tiers and the S tiers. They gotta be 14 stars. Like they're super old. They need as much stats as possible because their kit is just not gonna be enough. They need to be max stars, like, because having a bad kit and low stars, they're gonna die immediately, right? They're already super squishy. So they got nothing else to rely on. Next, after that, we have Zenkai Sparkins. I think they should be like 9 stars plus for sure. I mean, as long as it kind of just depends on when they got their Zenkai, like how old the character is in general. Like if it's an older one that got a Zenkai, then higher stars. If it's like a newer Sparking, that's not too old compared to like the first year of the game, then their stars can be like around the 9 stars, right? It's kind of just a good consensus number. After that, 1% new sparkings. So like maybe in the past 2 years, maybe I'll probably say around 7 stars plus. You should have multiple copies of them with the amount of free tickets they give us and everything. You should have them around 7 stars plus for sure. New LFs, I think like as long as you can get like 2 copies, you guys should be fine with the new LFs. In terms of the old LFs, I'll say like LFs that's like maybe like, for example, I don't know, like just old LFs that hasn't gotten their Zenkai yet, they should be 9 stars or higher. You probably should have got shafted a few times where you probably pulled multiple copies of them. And a lot of the old ones already got a Zenkai besides like a few that still remains, but a lot of them probably already got a Zenkai anyways. But if you still got like some old LFs that's maybe like like that just haven't gotten the Zenkai, they're not really too new, maybe 3 years older, right? Like tag 4s and everything like that, then I would say 9 stars or higher. Zenkai LFs, 7 stars plus. They got the stats and everything. You don't really need too much from them. I think 7 stars, and then they get a better kit overall. So I would say 7 stars plus. Ultras, I think as long as you just have a copy, they'll be fine. I've seen people rock like Ultra Beast at 5 stars and they just dominate. So it kind of depends off the kit of the Ultra, but be mindful that they're pretty squishy. But I just think that their overall kit is just that powerful. As long as you have a copy, you should be fine. Old EX characters, I think these are characters that's like if you're going to rock them in the Z tier or the S tier, preferably Z tier, they gotta be max stars, bro. Their kit is way worse than the old Sparkins, right? So they gotta be max stars. Zenkai EXs, there's not really that many around, but we do have a Zenkai EX, 9 stars plus, should be fine. And then the newer EXs, so like that movie Saga Bardock, you have the EX Yellow Metal Cooler, you have the green GT Trunks, you have the blue Super Saiyan Teen Gohan, you have those EXs, for example, like those are probably like the newest ones, so 7 stars or higher. So yeah, that's pretty much my stars list there. Let's get back into the video. All right, so for the Regen Blast Base team, the team that usually rocks, I'm actually gonna have to use a new character for my Z tier boost. So let's get straight into it. So in terms of Regen here, like I said, they don't really got that many good Z tier characters, but I do want to try in this EX Perfect Cell. Now I know a few of you guys actually rock them. You know, one thing that's really good about him is he's really just a debuffer. So he doesn't really have no reduction of damage, no nothing. So that's gonna suck, right? But he's gonna be the person I kind of rely on in terms of getting the most points. So I'm going to definitely be putting him next to Super Baby 2, try to heal as much damage. But I mean, having the enemies take a lot more damage, can't go wrong with that. And then also on my side, I have Piccolo Jr. just because he's in the S tier, so I'm like, why not? But in terms of the Z tier, the other good options, I really don't think none of these really sticks out to me. Especially for the Blast Base side, I'd probably say he's probably second. And then Super Baby 2 and this EX Super Boo are solid, but you got to put them on a Strike Base team. This is a Blast Base team, so they're not going to be as valuable. So I'll put third will be this Lord Slug. But if you're looking at S tier characters, I think there's some solid S tier characters this season. You have EX Omega, you have Piccolo Jr., you have Rage Shenron that made it to S tier now, so that's surprising that he finally climbed the way up back there. You have green Fusion Zamasu and then red Transforming Cell. Those are like my top 5 favorites. If I was to put a 6th one, I'd probably do the Zenkai Green Piccolo, OG Piccolo. And that's pretty much it there. So other than that, when it comes to like my main 6 here, I decided to remove Boo Tanks and add in EX Omega just because he's in the S tier. So for points wise, I decided to not use the green Zamasu, and I decided to go with the first form Cell just because I'm rocking this guy. So I really don't want to have too many characters that's unreliable or able to heal himself, right? So I decided to switch them out and add in this green first form Cell, and also his Z ability buffs future. So if I'm going, I wanted to rock a few more like Cell characters in there just so his Z ability can kind of matter a little bit more. But other than that, I'm probably going to rock with this team here, replace the green DKP or Fusion Zamasu, and make my other characters stronger so I don't have to rely on a lot of unreliable characters. So I decided to add in first form Cell heals himself by 10%. It's crazy. You guys know what CMZ does. He ramps up damage, heals, he builds up blue card damage. Piccolo Jr., LF Piccolo, guaranteed blue, transforms, high Q recovery. When he transforms, Cell, he's a really good damage dealer, able to build up his blue card pretty fast. Super Baby 2 is a healer, and then Omega's just a really good just blast damage character. So that's pretty much it there with the main 6 there. In terms of the best colors for each tag, each unit for each colors for this team, red. For the main 6 too. I'm not talking about like backups. I'm talking about for the main 6. We're gonna go red. Let's see. My favorite characters is pretty much, to me, I like is gonna be Ultra Cell. If you have him at high stars, you know, a pretty difficult character to get. Ultra Cell, I do like Goku Piccolo. I do like Buhan. I do like Zenkai Red 21. For the blast base side of the team, when it comes to yellow, you have this free-to-play Perfect Cell. You do have Majin Buu Good. You have Rage Shenron. And then I'll probably say last is probably the Zenkai Cell here. Just because he's an old character. You're able to get him up to Zenkai 7 pretty quick. So I probably put him last. But all the other ones are strike-based. You could do like Kid Buu or Super Baby 2, but you're just going to rock them on a strike-based team. Purple-wise, if it's not this Perfect Cell, you guys can go Garlic Jr. You guys can go Zenkai Perfect Form Cell. Or Perfect Cell, my bad, Zenkai Perfect Cell, Garlic Jr., and those are like really like my top 2 other options. If not, I'll probably put third. I'll probably do, you got like the Piccolo, Light Skin Piccolo, Red Ribbon, Army Piccolo, and then like Super Buu. I probably put them in like the same threshold. Next after that, we got green. You do have First Form Cell here. He's in B tier, so that's why I kind of value him a little bit more this season because he's not in C tier. After that here, I believe Evil Boo is one, so I do like Evil Boo. He's actually in B tier, so that's nice. Then you also have some other good characters like Baby Trunks, and you have free-to-play DKP. You guys could definitely even go down with Omega Shenron or Cryhon. Those are like my top 6 characters that I would recommend. I'll go First Form, Baby Trunk, because he's probably in A tier. You got Evil Boo, you got free-to-play DKP, you got Fusion Zamasu. And then you got Omega, and then I'll probably put like Cryhon last. Blue-wise, blue is a little bit difficult. Not difficult, but you got Super Baby 2, that's going to be core. But in terms of the remaining blues, my favorite blues, let me see where is the free-to-play. I think he's in A tier, so that's good. Yeah. So for the blues, right, you have, of course, Super Baby 2, but the other blue, you do have the second form Cell. You do have the free-to-play Cooler. You do have Boo Tanks. And then you do also have, if you want to go down to like the C tier spots, you guys can use Zamasu and LF Kid Buu in terms of the blue. So yeah, that's pretty much it with this team. Let's hop into the next team. All right, next we have is going to be androids. So yeah, when it comes to the backup, we're basically going to be using the same EX Perfect Cell. So I mean, the debuffs he has is pretty much, to me, I think is the one that kind of stands out to me the most. If you guys do rock androids a lot, you guys can tell me like the other good ones. I mean, you also have the Sparking 15. I think he's also a good solid choice, and then the Sparking Android 14, just because they're Sparking characters for sure. In terms of the S tiers, I really do like this purple 17 here, just because he has the barrier. So the first attack he gets hit with, he's gonna at least deal with that. He's also a Zenkai character, so you guys could definitely just go double S if you guys want to. Or you guys can even replace him and add in an S tier character as one of your main characters for sure. You guys can do that. I wouldn't be mad about that either for sure. If you replace this Future 17 with what's the name, you guys can definitely do that for sure. Just have a little bit more points, more characters that can carry on more points. So yeah, you can do that. Zenkai old 17, MVP 17, Super 17, and I'm always going to have the First Form Cell, EX Cell, because HP for the team, support buffs, healing, 18 support buffs, healing, and then this First Form Cell, I mean, debuffing, he heals himself by 10%, great survivability. He debuffs depending on each turn. So all in all, you have just a really good team. Great blast-based team, a lot of blast-based Z abilities for this team. So this is really good overall. So if you guys are looking for different colors, for different replacements, I think the hardest one that's going to replace is this Cell for sure, just because HP and healing and support that he gives for the team. He's just too valuable. So if you guys can really get him to Zenkai 7 and Zenkai him, he's really cool for androids. But all the other colors you guys can pretty much replace. So for red, me, like I said, I like Super 17, just the debuffs he gives every time he lands a blast card is really good. But other ones, other good characters you guys can use, Ultra Cell, Red 21 Zenkai Tag Droids. That's pretty much like my favorite 4. And then you guys could do this free to play 18, the red one. Yellow, like I said, you have yellow 18, you have First Form Cell. I think they're like top 2. You do have the Gammas. You guys could definitely rock the Gammas. You guys could definitely rock this Future 18. You guys have the Zenkai Cell. He's more strike based, but he can still get the job done. And then depending on how much stars you guys have her, you guys can definitely rock her for sure, that EX-TOP 18. Purple wise, you got some good purples here, depending on where you want to go in terms of points. I think there's 5 really good purples options to choose from. You have this 17. I think he's pretty solid here, the OG 17. You have Future 17, GT 17. You have LF Perfect Form Cell, and then you have Zenkai LF Perfect Cell. So those 5 are really good. Even though he's strike based, he still just has a lot of stats for him to still work on the blast based team. When it comes to green, in my opinion, First Form Cell, Zenkai First Form Cell. Magenta, even though he's more strike based, but he does have great debuffs, and he does get a guaranteed blue when there's 3 or less enemy characters remaining. Gamma 1 is really good in terms of just the blast based characters. And then other options you have is because it's like the 16 here, and then green 21. I'll put them 4th and 5th. Now for blue, I think blue, you guys can go MVP 17. You guys after that can go Zenkai TOP 18. And then I'll put 3rd, I'll go Second Form Cell, just because they're all blast. Then after that, I'll do like the free to play 13, 8er, and then like Gamma 2. And then like Celza and stuff. So, but they're all strike based. So, but that's pretty much it with the Androids team, blast based. Let's hop into the next team. All right, so for the next team, we have Frieza Force Blast. Now, I'm not going to add in LOE Blast because LOE, like their Z's and S's pretty much gone, right? They've been getting a lot of love. A lot of people been rocking them, so they kind of got hold just like the Universe Reps team some of those seasons. So this season is looking really, really bad for LOE Blast. So I decided not to add them. It's really gonna be difficult because a lot of their best characters are literally in B and C. So like you could probably still finesse it, but they just a lot of love for LOE. Like a lot of their best characters is kind of at the bottom. So similar to like them, you can find a finesse with the Frieza Force team because it's a little bit more broad. So let's get straight into it though. In terms of the Z tier, I think this is the best one to just Raditz. I'll put Raditz and I'll probably do EX Broly second. EX Broly's strike based, but I mean he's still a pretty solid character compared to the 5 here that I see. And then in the S tier spot, I mean the best one I like is the free to play Broly. Blast-based character. If you guys want to add in another character, maybe someone like a Pool will probably be pretty good. Or someone like, because I think he's strike-based, right? Yeah, so either like a Pool or Nabano, I'll probably do like 2nd or 3rd. But I definitely think Broly deserved to be in there for sure. And then in terms of the other characters, it's pretty much the same type of characters that I usually use. So Frieza just for the support. Purple, really just one of the best overall purples for Frieza Force and LOE. After that, we have Revival Frieza. I know he got a Zenkai and everything, but the support that he gives and healing that he gives for the team is definitely needed. And then after that, I decided to go with a second healer with Final Form Frieza. Usually I do Naval, but Naval's in B tier, while this Frieza's in A tier. So I'm like, hey, I might as well go with an A tier compared to the B tier. They kind of heal and do the similar same things a little bit, right? They're real similar. So after that, I went Yellow Frieza, guaranteed blue card. You definitely got to have him. He's in the C tier spot right now, so that kind of sucks. Then after that, for the green, I just wanted a little bit more offensive green. You guys can go 2 options. I just went with Vegeta just for more Frieza Force, but you guys could definitely just go Golden Frieza or Ultra Frieza for sure. You'll still be fine. Depending on if you want more healing, more damage, stars and stuff, do you have the Vegeta? And then last, I just did Jason Birder just because you just need a good red. The best overall red is definitely 3rd Form Frieza, but you don't want to add too many C tier spots, C tier characters in your team. So decided to go with Jason Birder there just because they're in the B tier spot. And they're really not that solid amount of reds for real for Frieza Force. Like a lot of them are in the B tier spot. You guys could definitely even go and use Raditz. Raditz is a slow key recovery, but he does get a guaranteed blue card every fight. So if you guys want to do that, definitely use him for sure too. So yeah, let's talk about the replacements for each color for the main 6 though. When it comes to red, like I said, depending on how many C tier characters you use, but my favorite 3 is Third Form Frieza, Raditz, and Jason Britter for sure. I'll probably do DBS Frieza 4th. Yellow wise, I'm gonna do Angel Golden Frieza. I'm gonna do LF Frieza. I'm gonna do Nappa, and then I'm gonna do first the Sparking Full Power Frieza. But you know, Nappa's in C tier, which I don't think he deserved to be C tier, so I'm gonna put him actually last. Purple, I'm gonna do Frieza. After that, pretty much everybody else is in B tier in a sense. Like Revival Ginyu might be in a B tier, and then all the other ones, it'll be like Nappa Vegeta or Zenkai Ginyu, Mecha Frieza, and then Go Frieza UGF because they're strike base. Green wise, I think the best overall green, if you're looking at damage wise, is going to be Ultra Frieza. Then you have this Golden Frieza second, the TOP free to play. You got Scouter Vegeta, the new LF. I'm about to get him 14 stars. I really need like 1 more Z power, so that's nice. Then after that, the healing wise, you got like Naval, and then you got this free to play Final Form Frieza. So best of both worlds. I think the best overall is Golden Frieza because he kind of does both. Blue wise though, I think it's gonna be Revival Frieza, Jace Birder, and then third I'll probably do this free to play Broly. He's an S tier though, so that's really nice. And then you're kind of just looking at all strike based characters like Broly, Chilai, Go Frieza, Celza. So yeah, that's pretty much it with Frieza Force. But like LOE, I just don't think there's a team to build because their Z's and B and S tier options pretty suck. So let's hop into the next team. All right, next we got strike based Vegeta Clan. So I think Vegeta Clan really is pretty good right now just because they got some really great Z tier options this season. So let's break it down. I mean, in terms of like the Z tier here, like the best 2 for sure is definitely Green Shredder Trunks and this free to play Trunks. Now, granted, I don't think this Trunks buff Vegeta Clan. Yes, he does double defense. So I mean, you gotta rock both of these. I mean, not a super old free to play character, but then like, you know, a pretty solid sparking character that dropped not too long ago, I believe 6 around to 6 Annie, so last year before the 6 Annie. So relatively still a solid new sparking character in a sense. He's 1 year old, so that's not bad. And they're both in the Z tier options, so they definitely by far the best 2. If I had to put like the other ones, maybe like transforming Trunks, transforming movie Vegeta, and then maybe like Super Trunks. But if you look at the S tier, they got some good S tier options too that I like. You got Drip Trunks. If you want a little bit more points, you guys can go Drip Trunks. You guys can go tag EX Grunks. Not EX, but Coat Vegeta. And then I'll probably say 4th maybe be like this movie Saga Super Saiyan Vegeta. That's probably like my top 4 S tiers this season. Maybe adding this Trunks last, but I don't think he buffs Vegeta Clan. No, does he? Nah, he does. He barely buffs him. He does like the extra little 18 defense. But yeah, let's talk about the main 6 here. Usually this team is usually catered around like having Ultra Mons Vegeta, but I just don't know how this team flourishes with Fusion Gogeta Blue as their best yellow for strike base. So I usually have Bola Vegeta in the middle just for support damage and then healing. And then I also have another healer with the Majin Buu Saga Vegeta free to play. So you have 2 healers that can heal the team up a bit. Blue wise, I decided to go Sword of Hope Trunks just for me. He's the highest star, Zenkai 7, so I do like that a lot. Yellow for me, I don't have Ultra Majin Vegeta, so I just put Gogeta Blue. But if you have him, I definitely recommend Ultra Majin Vegeta as your #1 yellow. Green Rise, like I said, you guys can go Drip Trunks if you want a little bit more points or if you want more security. Just because you already have 2 great Z tier characters, you might as well go a little bit more. Just someone that's looked at just overall has a better kit. I just went with the Super Saiyan LF Team Trunks. Then after that, I always go Trunks in mine just because they heal themselves by 5, which is really powerful. And then they give support buffs to Vegeta Clan and allies in turn. So that's really powerful to me. So I always just value them a lot because they give a lot of great support to their allies. And then healing themselves by 5% is pretty valuable to me. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the Vegeta Clan team. Let's talk about the best colors. For the main 6 here, red wise, like I said, I do like Trunks in mine. I do like the free to play Majin Buu Saga Vegeta. After that, I'll do like LF Super Vegeta, then I'll do 8 Vegeta, then I'll probably do like Heat Dome Trunks. Yellow wise, yellow is pretty difficult. Like I said, mine's Vegeta, Gogeta Blue. This is strike base. And then I'll probably add in like, I don't think they buff Vegeta Clan. No. Then I'll add in like this Coat Vegeta. And if you just want a really good yellow, I'll probably do TV just because TV has some type of like support and in their kit. So I'll add them in there. Purple wise is going to be Bola and Vegeta. And then after that, it's going to be, you could do Grunks. You could do LF Grunks there. Because they have equal stats in Strike and Blast. Then you have the Blue Boys. That's pretty much like my top 3 purples. Green wise, you got Tag Force, LF Super Saiyan Teen Trunks. You have Diamond Vegeta. I think Diamond Vegeta is the best overall green strike base Vegeta Clan character. So Diamond Vegeta, LF Super Saiyan Teen Trunks, Tag Force, Drip Trunks, LF Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. And then blue wise, Soda Hope Trunks, LF Grunks. You have Fusion Vegito. And then Boo Bros there for Blast if you need a solid blue option. So pretty much it with Vegeta Clan Strike. Let's hop to the next team. All right, next we have is going to be Blast-based Majin Buu Saga. So let's break it down. Z tier. I really think there's just one good Z tier character. If you guys rock Majin Buu Saga and there's somebody that's been, you know, pretty solid for you guys that's in here, that's not the EX the Burrow that I've been hearing about, then just let me know. But EX the Burrow is the one that I've been hearing people still use that rocks Majin Buu Saga. So I'm going to add him as my Z tier for sure. I mean, he does give support, so he gives something to the team, right? After that, for the Z tier, why do I have this character in here? What are you doing? What are you doing, boy? What are you doing? All right, so I decided to go. I mean, you have a few options to go with the S tier. If you guys have a lot more like Sun Fam, if you have a lot more Sun Fam hybrids character, then definitely will add in Goten for sure. He gets a guaranteed blue transforms and everything like that, and he gives support, I believe. So overall, good character if you have more of a hybrid Sun Fam type of Majin Buu Saga team. If you just want just a really good overall character, I think Zenkai Evil Buu might be the best. No, I think Goten is number 1. Number 2, I'll probably put Videl, because Videl, I mean, she buffs the team. She's just strike based, so she kind of hurts the team. But I mean, Videl, I'll probably put number 2. Zenkai Evil Buu, I'll probably put him 3. And then I'll probably do this EX Gotenks 4th. So it kind of just depends on what you're feeling. I think overall wise, depending on how much stars you have Videl, I think Videl will probably be the first option because she at least buffs Majin Buu Saga. But depending on the niche of your team in terms of Sun Fam hybrids, then Goten. And then I'll just do Evil Buu and then the Gotenks 3rd and 4th. So after that, in terms of the main 6 here, I decided to always go with like Ultimate Gohan and Boo Bros just because you just want someone that you just want to have character that does some damage on the team. So I'm always going to have them on the team. After that, I decided to go with Buhan as my red. Now usually you guys can go with Gotenks. Just the reason is just he gives double offensive Z abilities for the team. And one thing that locks with like Ultan, Gotenks, I actually got Gotenks 14 stars now, which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy now. And then Boo Bros is they don't really buff Majin Buu Saga. So, and then what's the name? Ultan and what's the name does, but they're double defense. So they don't buff like Blast for the team. So you kind of want to give some blast damage for the team so you can do some damage. So Buhan kind of does that. So I decided him as my red. And then I have Pui Pui just for HP. He gives great support for the team, so I can't go wrong with him. And then Yellow 18 just for healing purposes and support. So you have different options to choose from. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to break that down. Different setups. But I added Tien there too just because, like I said, 42% blast and 42 strike defense. He gives support and extra health restoration, so they're going to heal a little bit more from the support of 18. So that's really nice for the team. And then he gives, I believe he also gives damage buffs to his allies too. Right? No? Yeah. Yeah, he does. Yep. Health restoration. So really powerful there. I think pretty solid team. Let me break down the best characters for each of the main 6 in terms of color-wise. Red, like I said, I think overall, Gotenks is better for sure. Just overall, I'll say Gotenks. Second, I'm going to go Buhan. Third, I'm going to go Shin. And then like 4th and 5th, I mean, it's like Red, Super Saiyan 3, Goku. Then like Zenkai Majin Vegeta. After that, I'm going to go yellow. In terms of yellow, it's yellow 18 for me. And then it's going to be Majin Buu Good. So it kind of just depends which one you prefer. After that, like I said, it's really just the niche of the team. Are you going, do you have a lot more Majin Buu Saga Saiyans? You can add in Vegeta, Majin Buu Hybrid Sun Fam. You can add Goten in there. And then you also have Ultra Vegito, right? I mean, you have Ultra Vegito. He's just a little bit better on the Fusions team just based off his Ultra ability. Purple-wise, you have two that really stands out, Ultimate Gohan and the free-to-play Super Saiyan 3 Goku right here. And then I'll probably say third is free-to-play Super Buu. Green-wise, I think you guys can go Pui Pui for HP and support, or you guys can go Evil Buu. And then after that, if you just don't care about Strike or Blast Base, then you have the Super Saiyan 3 Transforming Goku there, but he's in C tier, so don't have too many C tier characters on your team. Blue wise, I think I'm gonna go Boo Bros. I'm gonna go Tien. Then I'm gonna go. The third one's pretty tough. I mean, you guys can go Zenkai Dabura. You guys can go Boo Tanks. You guys can go LF Kid Boo. Fusion. Yeah, I'll say those three because they're kind of a little bit more on the blast side. And then you have like Fusion Vegito if you just want to, if that's just your overall best blue, then definitely go ahead. But he just doesn't fit well on the blast based team. But yeah, that's pretty much it with this team. Let's hop into the next team. All right, next we have strike based movies. Like I said, now strike based movies, they just got so many characters to choose from. PO movies, you got Saiyan movies, hybrid movies, man. It's kind of just whatever you have. But like I said, best way is just whatever you have the most stars of, depending on like that movie setup you have the most stars in. You're going to basically kind of cater your team around it. Me personally, I think the best one is like probably the movies hybrids, just because Pan and all the Beast Gohans that's around really makes that team super strong. But they still got lots of characters to choose from. That's really powerful still. So I'm gonna show you guys all the characters there. But for the backup though, I think the best, this is the Z tier spots. I think the best Z tier ones, if you have all the characters for movies, it's gonna be that Spark and Tapion, the free to play one there. I mean, he's pretty new. I think he dropped last August, so like not that old of a free to play character, and he's in the Z tier spot. Like that's really powerful. I think second overall is gonna be that Gohan there. If you was able to pull that movies Gohan that I have on there, some good options that I like. I do like the EX Broly here. I think he's pretty solid. After that, I mean, this Transforming Teen isn't bad. He gives support for like Vegeta Clan, Super Saiyans, and I believe hybrids. So if you build more of those type of setup around him on his movies, then his value rises. And I'll probably say maybe this EX Gogeta. I think he's pretty solid. I think you could definitely rock him for sure. Now he wants to be ran on Fusion Warriors, but you know, it is what it is, right? In terms of the S tiers, they got so many great S tier options. Sheesh. You got Zenkai Super 13. He's strike based. Drip Trunks is really good. I think the Super Saiyan movie Saga Vegeta is really good. Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 as a Zenkai buffer is really powerful. If you want to partner them up with a really powerful red, that's definitely smart. Days is really good. I mean, if you have him at the high, like really good stars, I think his kit is pretty nice. And free to play Super 13. I think Bojack is pretty good. I'll probably put him towards a little bit of the lower side. And if depending on if you rock like a lot of coolers on your team, then 1,000 gets a lot of value as well. So just a lot of solid movie saga character you could choose from the S tier spots as well. And then in terms of the main 6, for me, I decided to go more of like the Gohan route. I don't have yellow Ultra Beast, so I can't complete the Ultra Beast trifecta team. And me personally, I like rocking the Nerd Han a little bit more than the Red Beast is one, because he's always in B tier. And then 2, he heals. I think he slowly ramps up his blue card. He gives support for his allies. So I think overall, he does a little bit more than the Beast, Red Beast. So always add him on the team. Red Pan, I mean, HP for the team, debuffing enemy support for her allies, and then extra buffs for Gohan and Piccolo characters. So that's really nice. Magenta debuffs. He can get a guaranteed blue depending on how many enemies are remaining. Garlic Jr. gives great support. He heals when he transforms, and then he also, I believe, he also gives nullifies like abnormal conditions and stuff, and downgrades for like 2 times for each character. So that's nice. And then yellow Tapion, just someone that can heal Garlic Jr. And then he's just a stripe-based character, so I think he's pretty okay. So, yeah, let's break down, like, the best colors for each, because there's just a lot of colors and options to choose from for each color. All right. Red. My favorite red characters, Pan, Nerdhan, Red Transforming Beast. You have LF Cooler, Great Sandman 1 and 2. And then I'll say Zenkai Tapion. Yellow, by far, number 1 is Yellow Ultra Beast. Number 2, I'll probably say Gotenks I like a lot. After that, you have the Gogeta Blue Boys. You have the Zenkai and the Fusion one. And then 5th, I would say Hero Tapion for me. After that, you have Purple. I think purple's not the weakest color. Purple, you have Garlic Jr. That's really good. If you want to use like either Ultra Gogeta Blue or Ultra UGF, you guys definitely can. After that, you have the Blue Boys. My bad. Then after that, I'll say like the Light Skin Piccolo, Red Ribbon Army Piccolo, Super Saiyan Vegeta. I think he's a little bit valued more as a backup character than the main 6. And then that's pretty much it there with the purple. I think if you have days at high stars, I think he could be a really good character to choose. I just don't know much about his kit. Green wise for me, Super Saiyan God Goku's really good. Guaranteed blue card every time he fights. So that's really powerful. Videl for support. After that, you have the Dragon Fist Goku. You have Magenta and then Drip Trunks. Blue wise, you have Ultra Janemba, Ultra Super Gogeta, Blue Beast. You have Turles. I don't know how close the Turles stats are with Strike and Blast, but I know he's Blast. He's primarily Blast based, I believe, or I think he has equal stats. I think he might be a defensive type character, if I remember. Then after that, I'll probably say you have like solid characters like LF Broly. Ader is okay. I probably put him towards the bottom, right? And then I'll probably say them characters for the blues. So pretty much it with this. Let's hop into the next team. All right, so for the next team we have is GT. Let me know if you guys still are people using GT. I might just be wasting my breath for GT. I don't really be seeing people asking questions about GT, but if there's some people that rock GT, let me know. But if not, then next season I might not include them. If I don't know, people be talking about GT. I've been seeing questions about other teams besides GT, but besides the point though, Z tier, I think the best Z tier option is that green Trunks. Now, granted, I think he definitely flourishes better off the Blast side of things, but I think overall GT just don't have that many characters to choose from, so just get the best overall character. Second, I'll probably do Super Baby 2 EX, the red one, and then probably blue EX Shin there. S tier wise, I'm gonna go Oob, I'm gonna go Rage, I'm gonna go Blue Omega, Super 17, and then Yellow Vegeta. Now for the main 6 here, I was going to go Super Baby 2 and Bulla Vegeta just for the healing wise. I like pairing them up two together. Green, it's the best overall green stripe base for GT is Tag Force. Blue, I decided to go with GT Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku just because he's Zenkai buff Super Baby 2, and Super Baby 2 buffs Blue GT as well, so they both Zenkai each other, so that's really nice synergy there. They both are going to do more damage and tank more together on the same field. Yellow Shin, just because of double offensive Z abilities, and then he's an A tier character, so I decided, hey, why not? You guys could definitely go with like Super Baby 2 or Forku, LF Forku. It's just for points wise, I don't want to add too many C tier characters. Then red, I went with Kid Goku, just why not? I believe he's A tier, so I think just for points wise, I think just a good option to choose from. So we're going to break down the best colors for each, though. For red, there ain't really much to choose from, for real. It's pretty much red Kid Goku, and then it's the Zenkai red Omega Shenron. After that, yellow, you got Shin. He's defensive, so he has equal stats, but his double offensive Z ability is nice for the team. Then you have Super Baby 2, and then you have Forku, and then you have Pan Trunks Giru. Purple wise, I think the best offensive purple stripe base is going to be Ultra Gogeta 4. I don't have him. I did not summon for him, and I just didn't summon for him, so I don't have him. After that, it's pretty much Bulla Vegeta. They're more strike based than Blast, so Healing and support overall second for sure. Then third, you're going to just do like Celza, and then it's going to be Zenkai Forku there. Green wise, there's really two good greens to choose from. That strike base. It's going to be Tag 4s and LF Vegeta 4. Blue Rise, Super Baby 2 is going to be core for healing. Then I do Zenkai Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku for me. And then third, I'll do Cells because they're more strike based. And then the others don't really matter for real. So, yeah, that's pretty much it with strike based GT. Let's talk about blast base. All right, next we got GT here, blast base. For the backup characters, pretty much going to be the same, bro. It's going to be the GT Trunks if you got that new GT Trunks. If not, you're basically going to look at Baby Vegeta, EX Shin, and then Super Baby 2 for the Z tier. And then the S tier options, you got a lot of solid options. You got the top 4 row there: Rage, Omega EX, EX Oob, Super Saiyan Vegeta, Yellow, Free to Play 13. I think those are the best S tiers so for this season. And then the main 6, like I said, I always do Bulla, Vegeta with Baby because healing wise, and then the remaining 4, I mean Omega Shenron and Super 17 are just the best overall greens and reds in my opinion. So I think they deserve to be added on to the blast base GT team. And then the last 2 is kind of just like filling in the rest of the colors. Yellow, Rage. Rage is actually an S tier, so that's good. So you just get a little bit more points. Along with Omega. Omega's actually, EX Omega's actually is actually S tier as well. So I mean, you got 2 S tier options as your main 6, and then you have the Z tier and the S option off the bench too. So that's pretty nice. Now when it comes to the best colors, I mean, like I said, not that many colors to go around for red. Super 17, you got the GT, Super Saiyan Kid Goku, E, Free to Play, Shenron, and then Zenkai 4 Vegeta. Yellow, man, it's going to be Rage, it's going to be Zenkai Shin, it's going to be Zenkai Super Saiyan Vegeta for yellow. And then purple blast base pretty much is only GT 17. So we're going to do double purples. GT 17 is really the only blast base purple. Green wise is going to be Omega, then it's going to be Zenkai. No, it's going to be Omega, then it's going to be Baby Trunks, and then it's going to be Zenkai Super Saiyan 4 Full Power Goku. And then blue wise, it's going to be Super Baby 2, and then Omega, and then I'll probably just do Universe Spirit Bomb Goku. So, yeah, that's pretty much it with this team. Let's hop into the next team. All right, so next we have Unireps. I think Unireps is still a little bit recovering. I think they're kind of getting a little bit better. It's just a lot of their best characters are still in the C tier spot, so I'm really hoping like in a few seasons they start to like put them out in Bs and stuff. But let's break it down, because I still think they're viable. So Z tier, I think this is the best overall one is Zenkai Caulifla. I know she's strike based, but just for points wise, I think she's just the best overall one. If I had to pick a second one, maybe Dispo. But I'm not really too sure. I think all of them are pretty much the same, but I think Zenkai Khalifa just has the stats, so that kind of is going to like edge her out a little bit more. But in terms of the S tiers, though, they got a lot of good S tiers options. They got the Green Kaba, they got EX Green Dispo, Yellow EX Topo, EX Berserker Kale, EX Vados. You got the Free to Play Kefla. So in terms of blast base, yeah, and then you have Champa, Bergamo, and then EX Jiren as well. So you got some good like strike base ones too that you can consider if you just want the best overall characters on your team. But yeah, for the main 6 though, I mean, I decided to go with Kale because Kale is just kind of like the main healer of the team, and I decided to add in the Angel TOP Frieza because just another healer. 2 healers, can't go wrong with that. Overall blue, for me, I still am rocking MVP 17. Yellow Frieza got to be added just to guarantee blue is just a really powerful effect. Red, you do, like I said, you do have Red Kaba, but I believe Red Kaba is still in the C tier options because Kale and Khalifa for me is in there. So you don't want to add too many C tier characters for your main 6 in terms of points wise. So I went with Bergamo just for HP purposes. He nullifies an attack, he ramps up over time. So good overall pick still. And in purple, I went with LF Jiren just because, I mean, he's pretty much one of the few purples, blast-based purples still, because Vegeta is still C tier. So, yeah, that's pretty much it with that team in terms of the best colors, though. For other options, it's going to be pretty tough still for this season, though. But, I mean, red purposes, Bergamo, you have MUI Goku. You also have Kaba. I think those are really pretty much the best 3 reds in terms of blast space. After that, you do have Yellow. Yellow, I think, is going to be Angel Golden Frieza, just to guarantee what's name is really powerful to me. Evolution Vegeta. Then you have Ultra Kaioken. Then you have like what, Transforming Jiren. You can go EX18 support depending on what's the star count on her, and then you have like Roshi. And I'll probably, yeah, Roshi. Let me check him. Yeah, I'll probably go Roshi there and just keep it pushing. Purple wise, I mean, there's really 3 good pop purples in my opinion. I think it's the new LF Evo Vegeta. Then you have LF Journey of LF UI Sign Goku for the blast base side. I think that's all the good purples, right? Green, I think green got a lot of good options for the blast base. This all of them are pretty much in the C tier spot though, but you got like the Frieza there for debuffs and healing. Then you have the Zenkai Rev UI. That's a good option as well. Then you also have the Evoken, LF Evoken. You also have Zenkai Topo. I think those are 4 great green options to choose from. You guys could do the Sonable AGF as well. I'll probably put him 5th. But the new LF Kefla, she's strike based, so I'm going to include her on the strike base side of the team. Frost is strike based, so I'm not going to talk about them too. Then after that, blue wise, I mean, the best blues for blast base is pretty much going to be EXKL for healing. I mean, MVP 17, and then it's going to be the Zenkai TOP 18. So, yeah, I think those are the best colors to choose from for the blast base of TOP or Unireps. Let's hop into the strike base version. All right, next we have is going to be strike-based Unireps. I think strike-based Unireps is a little bit easier to build this season just because of the new release of the Red Frost and then LF Kefla. They both are strike-based and they're both in the A tier spots, so that's going to be able to give them a little bit more flexibility in terms of points, so that's good. But let's talk about the backup characters. Z tier, I think this is the best one, is Zenkai Caulifla. I don't know how good the other ones are. I've not really rocking them, you feel me? So let's go with the S tiers after that. A lot of good S tiers. We're going to focus more on the strike-based one. So EX Topo, not EX Topo, but EX Jiren, EX Champa, EX Bergamo. And then I'll probably say EX Topo because he has equal stats. And then after that, all the other EX ones are kind of like blast-based, like Kaba, the Sparking Kaba here. I think he's blast-based, right? Yeah, more blast. And then you have EX Dispo, EX Vados, EX Berserker Kale, LF, not LF, but free-to-play Kefla. You have all of them that's pretty much blast-based, EX Dispo. So I think there's a lot of great S tier options for sure. So let's break down the main 6 tier. So for my support character, I have Topo in the middle. He just provides healing. Him and EX Kale both together are going to be giving like support damage and healing for the team. So that's really nice. And he's a support character that does more on the strike side, so I think him just being on the strike-based supporting side compared to like the green Frieza, it just makes more sense for me. So, and then he buffs strike attack on his Z ability. So, Kale, like I said, another healer, another support character for the team. We actually have 3 healers on this team, actually, when I break down Frost. If you take a look at Frost here, that's pretty much why I summoned for LF Kefla, was really just to get a copy of Frost. If you look at his Z ability here, like great damage, right? You know, he pairing up against Saiyans, he gets extra stuff. He slowly heals himself, debuffs each time, so that's really nice. But then if you take a look at that, look how much range he has for his support, bro. Third of turn, he heals his allies by 10. He gives extra damage, key recovery, and then if defeated, he gives debuffs for all the enemies there. So great. It's like you have 3 healers on this team, which is really powerful. After that here, I decided for like my other colors. For green, I don't have LF Kefla. So I just went with Kale Khalifa. They're both green and yellow, so why not? And then for my purple, I don't have, there wasn't no summonables. Nah, it was just a blast-based purple. I don't have MUI Goku as a main blue, so I just went with Go Frieza, like kind of going with like the the mix of purple and blue as an offensive character, since Topo and Kale are like two support characters. So I want to have like an offensive purple and blue. So I guess just having Go Frieza kind of just makes sense for me. Yellow Kyle Ken, I just have him for the guaranteed special move card. And then Kale Khalifa, like I said, I needed a green. I think just like, why not? I mean, I'm only using 2 C tier characters at right now. No, 3 C tier characters. So I decided to just add them as my third. So I just added them there. And yeah, that's pretty much it with the team there. So, I mean, in terms of the options there, let's break down each color. For red, I mean, you got a lot of red options here. You have the Frost, depending on how many stars you got him. He's in 8th here, so that puts him, ahead by a lot. You also have Ultra Hit. You have LFMUI Goku. You have Bergamo. You have Casserole. So you have some really good options for the red. Yellow Stripe base. I mean, you have the Kaioken Goku, the Sonobo Sparking Kaioken Goku, and then you have Kale Khalifa, and then probably after that EX TOP 18. Then all the other ones are pretty much blast based. I don't think I'm missing any yellow strike based characters. I don't think so. Yeah. Oh, LFM. I keep forgetting about Ultra MUI. Ultra UI. I keep forgetting about him for the blast base. My bad. Purple though, like I said, Jiren for support, and then Go Frieza. I don't think there's any other strike based purples still. Summonable, right? No, I don't think I'm missing them. If I am, you can let me know. Green wise, right now I think one of the best greens will be the new Kefla, just because he's an A tier. After that though, in terms of strike based greens, I mean, you have Kale Khalifa second for me. Then you have Kiawe. And then I'll probably say, yeah, I'll probably say them 3 is pretty much it for greens. Yeah. And after that, blue, I think the best overall blue will be LFMUI Goku. I don't have him, unfortunately. Second, I do have, I'll say Go Frieza's probably second. And then third, I'll say Kefla, just because of the support. Actually, I'll put Kefla fourth. I mean, but she's there for a different reason, healing and support. And then I'll say TOP 18. She is a melee, even though she has equal stats. You can definitely rock Zenkai TOP 18. So, yeah, that's pretty much it with this team. Let's hop into the last tag, and then we'll finish this video up. All right, so for the next team we have is going to be EX, not EX, but it's going to be Blast-based hybrids. So, for the Z tier options, I think my favorite ones is going to be Green Shredder Trunks, EX Gohan. Then it's going to be the EX Future Gohan, as long as you have Trunks, and then the Super Saiyan Teen Gohan from the movie there. So I think those are my favorite 4. S tier wise, EX, not EX, but Transforming EX Go 10, double offensive Z abilities, Drip Trunks, EX Grunks, Great Salmon 1 and 2, Transforming Future Gohan as my favorite S tiers. Now when it comes to the main 6, I mean, having Pan on the team is a must for HP and support-wise, and extra buffs for Gohan characters. And you basically just try to just build as many Gohan characters as possible. So, I don't have Ultra Beast. If you did have Ultra Beast, just rock him. Doesn't matter if he's Strike or Blast-based team. That's just how good he is. But for the Blast-based, I had decided to put the Saiyan Saga Gohan, just because he heals the team by 3%. Each fight, which is pretty each fight, so 3%, which is pretty powerful, and he has overall just great damage, really powerful. So gotta add him in the middle. Ultimate Gohan as our main damage dealer. Purple. Green, if you have Ultra Super Saiyan Teen Gohan, definitely rock him. I don't have him, so Cryohan is like my replacement. Yellow, I don't have Ultra Beast, so I just have LF Trunks and Vegeta. And then for my purple, I just added in the free-to-play Goten, because he gives extra healing and support for Goku and Gohan characters. So I'm like, hey, I might as well add him in there. Give more of the Gohan characters a lot more damage. So, yeah, that's pretty much it with that. Best colors for each color for the Blast-based team. Pan number 1, Gotenks number 2, Nerdhan number 3 for me in terms of the Blast-based side of the team. Yellow is going to be Ultra Beast TV, then it's going to be Gotenks, then Go 10. Purple wise, it's going to be LF Grunks, it's going to be Ultan, and then it's going to be the free-to-play Go 10. After that, green, you have Ultra Super Saiyan Teen Gohan, Cryohan, yeah, that's pretty much it with the green blast. Then you're gonna look at strike base, and then blue wise you have LF Grunks, and then you have the free to play Saiyan Saga Kid Gohan, and then you have the movies BoJack movie Super Saiyan Gohan. Yeah. So after that, let's hop into the last team, strike base. All right, so for the last team, we have strike base hybrids. So let's break down the Z's and the S's. It's pretty much gonna be the same characters from the blast, but Super Saiyan team, green Shredder Trunks, and then you also have the movie saga team Gohan there for the EX. After that, you have this EX Gohan here. As long as you have Trunks, then his value is really, really good. Then you have movie saga Trunks here, the transforming one. Pretty much like my favorite four, not gonna lie. Then after that, for the S tier side, for the strike base, I mean, S tier Goten for sure. Guaranteed blue, transforms, double Z booties for attack, which is nice. Drip Trunks. And then you also have, yeah, let me actually ask Drip Trunks just for more points. And then you have the EX Grunks. Great Salmon 1 and 2 can be on there. It just depends on how much movie saga hybrids characters you have on your team for his Zeo booty. But yeah, after that though, let's talk about the main six. After that, I do have Pan, of course, HP support for the team, so that's really valuable to me. Then after that, I have Bolo Vegeta, just another character that gives support and healing for the team. So you have two of those that kind of does a similar role. I mean, Pan doesn't heal, but she gives HP for the team, so that's still contributing to health, so that's really nice. And then, like I said, I always add Nerdhan just because he's not in the C tier spot, so that just helps me out in terms of points wise, support, what he does to himself and to his allies. He slowly ramps up his blue card. He heals himself. He just a jack of all trades character. Blue Beast, offensive juggernaut. Yellow, I don't have Ultra Beast, but I have Goten. So just a character that's S tier in terms of points. That's going to help me out with getting points. I actually don't need Drip Trunks because I already have Goten in here. So I'm going to add Trunks just for a little bit more powerhouse in terms of damage wise. LF Team Trunks for me. So yeah, that's pretty much it there. And then in terms of the best colors for each, if we go red, to me it goes Pan, then it goes Nerdhan for me, then red transforming beast. You could do Great Salmon 1 and 2 fourth. Yellow wise, I think it's gonna be Ultra Beast, it's going to be Go Tanks, and then it's going to be Pan Trunks Giru, because they kind of fall into more of the hybrids role in Sun Fam. Then the yellow Goten there. Purple wise, I'm gonna do Bolo Vegeta. And then it's like LF Grunk, because they have equal stats, I guess. And that's pretty much it, bro. All the other ones are blast based, so they don't really got the best in terms of offensive strike based purples, or just strike based purples in general. Green also kind of face the same thing. You have LF Team Trunks. You guys could go with Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan just because how good his kit is in terms of absorbing a strike card, get a guaranteed blue back. Again, it's Drip Trunks. Then there's the EX Grunks. Blue wise, to me, I think it's just Blue Beast, LF Grunks, and then LF Sort of Hope Trunks. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the video there. Hope you guys enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe, and rough, and I'm out. Peace.